Right, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder. It's Friday. Friday means that it's the easy talk. The easy talk means it's going to be a hot one. There's no alcohol. Well, not on my side anyway. I was just saying to Mube before we went on live. Usually in the like first 5 minutes, the questions that we always ask Mube, is there any Hennessy? Any Hennessy, Mube?
We always, hey, the Hennessy is not all day, but don't no need to fear. It's always close by, man. It's always close by.
All right, listen, I've got a funny feeling this one's going to be a really good one this evening. Yeah. Don, what? Don, can you hear us, man? He can't hear us. Listen, see you guys on the other side of this intro music. Yeah, welcome back, man. It's the easy talk this Friday evening over here. We're a little bit late. Yeah, I'm not sure why we were late, Alfie. But anyway.
Tell me. Sorry.
I'm not mentioning anybody's names, Alfie. But anyway, yeah. Make sure you guys subscribe to Cannon Fodder TV. Hit the bell notification button so you can receive all the latest news right here on this wonderful channel. Again, we're still making our way to 10,000 subscribers. We're I think like 300 and some change short, but we're making our way in the right direction. Yeah, easy talk. Listen, I don't need to do the intros. You know the Don, top right. Don, what's happening? Don Larry.
You're on mute. There you go.
Everything is all right. So
everything's all right.
Let's keep the ball rolling. I'm great.
No.
I'm waiting for the Don. I mean the chairman of the board.
You waiting for the chairman? Well, he's already here, man.
Side of the coin tonight.
But he doesn't realize there's new elections coming up soon, so we might have to change his position. I'm joking. Big man,
nobody can
move, what's happening, my brother?
You always try to vote me out. Y'all try to treat me like Trump on this channel. Y'all try to vote me out like Donald Trump. Yeah, I mean, but no need to fear, man. The chairman of the board is here. You know what I mean? I got me a couple bottles. I got one for me and the big Don in the top corner, and I got one for myself already started on. So you know what I mean? Let's get the show rolling, man. Let's go.
Alfie.
Oh no, you got two bottles there, man.
Yeah. Alfie, how are you, my brother? How are you? Okay.
I'm good. Stressed. Coming back to the toxic Alfie, I think.
No.
Yes. No happy.
Okay, we're going to get into that. We'll get into that. So actually, the first topic I wanted to talk about was the game last night. Rapid Vienna against Arsenal. It was a scrappy game, but we got the win. Chairman of the board, we got the win. Thoughts?
Yeah, we got the win. It's not the performance that we expected, but at the same time, we did change a lot of players too. So we had to take that into it. First half was dire. We didn't play well at all first half. And after we went to go behind, then we start playing. All of a sudden, these players can play again. You know, after we went to go behind, now we started putting pressure on the next team. So I think we should give Leno some credit for kicking us up the butt and giving make us start playing. Because if he didn't make that mistake, it probably would have been a drawn out 0-0 game. I don't know. So we have to give Leno some credit. But no, man, it wasn't a good performance. But you know, when you look at the group and look at the way it's set up, I think this would be the hardest game for us in this group. Away from home to this team, I think this was the hardest one, and it's the first one too. So it's always good to get off with a win. Good to see, you know, Partey playing well, and we'll get into the performance later on. But overall, I'm just happy with the 3 points, not happy with the performance at all.
Yeah. Larry, was you surprised with the 11? Were there any surprises there in the 11 that Arteta chose? Larry.
I'm not surprised. I told you. Hello, are you hearing me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Right.
Okay, I am not surprised at all because I told you in our last show that he should give a very strong team because Rapid Vienna, they are not small team. Balanced Arsenal, and you will see what happened yesterday. The only surprise I have was that he played Kolasinac from the left, and I expect him to play Kolasinac. I suspected he will play a set on the right. Every other players are okay and they are good to go.
But he played. Oh, oops. But he
Are you
played
getting me?
Nketiah on the left hand side, didn't he? Nketiah was on the left. Larry. I think Larry's having some problems with his connection. So what I'll do?
He played Nketiah on the left because I think that. Hello. Are you hearing me?
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Are you hearing me?
We're hearing you.
Jesus Christ. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's the only surprise I saw yesterday because I've never believed that he will play Nketiah on the left. Well, what can we say? And we saw the performance. I wonder why he could not play Nathan Lyons on the left or Sak. Tierney. But fine. At least we got the result. It was a scrappy game, but we got the result. But what surprises me is that at this stage, it seems Arteta is still trying to look for a team, and the team are there already for him. It's just for him to pick. I don't know why he's still about him. But the most important thing, like Chairman said, was that we got the win. No matter how we got it, it doesn't matter. A win is a win. I remember those days we used to play champagne football, and at the end we lose. It doesn't give us anything. We'll have a 90% possession, we'll lose. You see Chelsea playing all manner of style, and they still get the win. So the main thing is we got the 3 points at our backyard. At least we have to go.
Okay, all right. Alfie, your thoughts on the game last night?
It was a difficult game, of course. We struggled and we shouldn't have. I have to disagree with Larry. For me, it's important in the way that you win a game. We are Arsenal, we are not Chelsea. It's not just put money and win games. No, we should be playing certain style, and I don't see it. I don't see Arsenal playing good football, and for me, that is a worrying sign. We have to take positives. Bellerin coming as a substitute, it was influential in the game. Partey, he showed that he's ready for the Premier League. He's showed to be that influential player that we need. But we shouldn't be struggling with that kind of teams. Arsenal should be winning that comfortably, 4-0, 5-0. We shouldn't really be grateful for winning a game in Austria, especially because we played really bad the first half. It was until the mistake from Leno that we kind of wake up and we say, oh, we have to get this done. But for me, that is not a game that we should be, trailing.
But Alfie, then does it not say? It doesn't say so much about Rapid Vienna. It says a lot about Arsenal. That maybe
Exactly.
Arsenal are just not. Yeah, they're not good enough. And maybe Arteta doesn't know his best 11 just yet.
How long do we have though? Like how long are we going to give him? Because we became complacent. We became okay. Is the stadium okay? The players that we have are not good enough. Okay, Wenger is not doing it in the way that we're supposed to. No, the manager, like he's not going to change the ways. Emery needs to adapt. So we always have an excuse, and we are becoming a club of excuses. And I don't want to listen to the excuses anymore. He chose those players. He renewed the players that he wanted to have. And I think it's time for Arsenal to start playing good football. Simple as that's what we have. That we cannot do anything else anymore. We try to take our and we tried to take Partey. We took one of them, fair enough. But then, yeah, it's a competition. It's the first game of that particular competition. We should be playing, changing the whole starting 11. But it was a strong 11, It wasn't, the kids that Wenger used to play. It was like a strong 11 to win that game comfortably. And we are not comfortable in that particular pitch. Simple as.
Chairman, what are your thoughts? You heard Alfie saying, literally, it's not good enough. We shouldn't be struggling to get past teams like Rapid Vienna.
That is, I can understand where he's coming from on that. So that is true. And at the end of the day, we have to look onto the manager and say, you pick these players. He keeps picking Kolasinac, and we can see from the outside that he keep making the same mistakes over and over again, week after week. You keep picking them. I did not understand starting Nketiah on the left-hand side. You have Reece Nelson on the bench. Yeah, there's so much other ways that we could have went with without playing or a striker on the left-hand side of the midfield, of the front three. Just didn't make sense at all to me. We could have put like I said, we could have put Nelson over there. We could have put Willock in the middle and put Saka over there. We could have did so much different stuff, but the first half we just didn't look connected at all. And it's just these players just not moving. You can see without the ball, there's no movement when players don't have the ball. If Saka doesn't pick up the ball and try to take on 2 or 3 players, there's really nothing happen. You see players making the same runs. You look at a player like Pepe, and when Cedric was on there, they were making the same runs inside. Pepe want to come on his left, and at the same time, Cedric is going on the inside making his run. It wasn't until Bellerin came on and he started going on the outside. That's when you see, and that's what people always blame Pepe for the way he's playing. But at the same time, you have to blame coaching too, because we're just not playing a game for him to succeed. Arsenal just play on the left-hand side of the field for 75% of the game. That's where we play at. He's just hanging out on the right-hand side of the field, and we get him the ball once every 10 minutes, and then people expect him to light it up. There's a reason why he plays better when he's playing with Nas behind him, because Nas is a player that he's gonna get forward, and he got one way of running. He's gonna run on the outside. He's going to try and get down. When you play with a player like Cedric or Bellerin to something, they want to come inside too, that is his game. So we're not set up to make these players. I said it on the last show. We need to put our best players in the best position and then fill the squad in with these squad players around them. We are playing Aubameyang out of position to accommodate Lacazette. We're playing Pepe in a way that he's not supposed to play because we have to try and cover the defensive side of the game. So we got to put our best players in the best position to win games. That's all we have to do, man. And right now, like Alfie said, we can't keep blaming everybody else. We have to put it on Arteta. He got to get it right.
Yeah. So do you think Arteta knows his best 11? Or he's still not?
Well, he still don't look like he knows. We haven't played the same 11 for consecutive games since the season started or since last season. We can look here on paper. We can say this 11, that 11, but he hasn't played the same consecutive 11. We need to get the midfield for sure. So we'll see.
Your microphone's gone, Mube.
Yeah, somebody was just calling. I'm using my cell phone. You're good.
Okay. Right, Don, you're back. Can you hear us?
Yeah, but I'm not hearing Alfie. Can Alfie speak? I'm not hearing him.
Well, Alfie's not speaking yet. He's not speaking yet. Can you hear me, Larry?
No. I'm hearing you, but in his last statement, in his last contribution, I didn't hear him at all.
All right, Alfie, can you talk so he?
Yeah, can you hear me, Larry? Hello.
Okay,
He
now I
can't
can
hear
hear
you.
you. I can hear you right now.
Oh, right, he can hear you. All right.
Okay, perfect.
All right. All right. So Lara, we're talking about,
I
whether
can
whether
hear you now.
Arteta knows his best 11. Does Arteta know his best 11,
No.
Larry?
That's
No?
why I said earlier. He doesn't know his best level because he doesn't know his best 11 yet. Because are you hearing me? If he knows his
Yes, we
best
can hear you.
11, he will not be playing Nketiah on the left. He was still playing game. Yeah. If he knows his best is 11, he will not be playing Nketiah on the left. So he doesn't have a team. He doesn't know his team yet. His team are there staring at him on his face, but doesn't know how to pick the players. I don't know. He doesn't know his best 11 first yet.
Okay. I did a morning show with Isaac, and I tell you what, I'm not sure what's going on with the fan base. You had quite a few people asking for Arteta to be removed as manager. Incredible. 7 games in, and people are asking for Arteta to be sacked. I'm not sure what's going on with the fan base. You've got to give time to the manager. Otherwise, it's going to be a revolving door of new coaches, new managers coming in. He's less than 1 year into the job. And he's won the FA Cup. He's won the Community Shield. We've got to give him time. But almost half of the live chat, Alfie Mube, was about people asking for Arteta to be sacked.
That's those Ozil fans, guaranteed.
Probably, yeah, and it makes sense, and I understand why people would do something like that. And the reason is because I think Arsenal is losing the values um, that we respect, that we follow this team for. I mean, when I started supporting Arsenal, it was a different team. It was a team with a manager for 10 years, 15 years, probably. It was a team that gave young players an opportunity. It was a team that was financially sustainable. It was a team that always promoted, integration, that was against racism, that protected everyone around the community of Arsenal. But right now, I don't see that direction anymore. And Wenger was saying a couple of weeks ago, or like last week or something, that the last years that he was an Arsenal manager, he actually didn't even know he was on top of Arsenal. So I think if that is the message that you're sending, that you're, firing 50 people, that you're firing the mascot of the team, obviously people say, okay, it's all about money then. And if it's all about money, we need results. And if we need results, if the manager is not working, then remove him and bring another one. But we are not Chelsea. We are not Manchester City. We have values. And that's something that people forget very quickly. I do think that we have to, support our manager, be behind him. But at the same time, as Move was saying, I think the Ozil thing is one of the reasons that this is happening, because we as an institution needed to sort that out. We needed to say, if you want money, here's your money and you can go, leave us alone. And I think it's difficult in this particular situation because, I mean, Arteta came out to say it was my decision, it was footballing reasons, it was nothing, it has nothing to do with money, it has nothing to do with the board. So it's all on me. Now, what he's doing with that is a double-edged sword, because if he doesn't win anything and Arsenal has a very, very mediocre season, then he's saying it was my decision to have a World Cup winner not play anything, and we did really, really bad. So he's putting his job into, into the spot. He's gonna be criticized by media. He's gonna be criticized by 50% of the fans, and things like we are not even going to wait. People are doing it now. So I understand why that happens. It shouldn't be happening in Arsenal, but I think it's above the manager and it's above the fans base. It's above the message. It's about the message that they are sending to the Arsenal fans. I think that is why people say, okay, if it's not good enough, next one. There's plenty of managers out there, and that shouldn't be happening.
Chairman, do you want to chip in on this?
Yeah, it's all coming from that situation. You can see it online. You see it every day. It's just you have the fan base is divided, and it continues to be divided because we are being kept in the dark as fans over this whole situation, and it's still happening. Arteta, there's no way Arteta, and people just look at him now like a liar because if you have a player that's Ozil, as we're talking about, and he's not the worst player in the world. Is he what he used to be? No, he's not. Does he fit in your system? No, he don't. That's what Arteta say. He doesn't fit in the system. He doesn't do what he needs. If you have a player like that as a club, and you know that he's not gonna play, Arteta, if he's the manager and he say he's not gonna play him, right? And you have to pay him off a certain amount of money to get rid of him. You know exactly what this is going to do to the fan base. Why put that kind of pressure on your manager? Why not just pay this player off and say, go about your business? Now Arteta have to come out and say it's his decision. So now we're going to have a player, because it's cheaper for the board to keep Ozil instead of paying him off, because they don't have to pay him those bonuses that if he's playing. It's cheaper for them. It's all about money. It's cheaper for them to keep him sitting at home than pay him the $13 million that they owed him. You know, they're not going to pay him $13 million if you add it up, because now he's not getting the match bonuses. He's not getting the cup bonuses. He's not getting none of that. So they're spiting. They're putting the manager in this kind of position to have fans turn on him just to save a little bit of money. And that's where Alfie is coming from with the values of this club. They don't care about nothing but money. This is why it's so divided. It's all about money. Okay, we go over this many times. Should Ozil be playing? You guys know I'm a big fan of him, but it's time to part ways. But it's just dividing the fan base. Why do this? Why keep this player around if you're not gonna play him and you know exactly what it's gonna do to the fan base? You know exactly what it's gonna do to your manager. You put him in a position to now, like Alfie said, we're not creating any chances. And every single second that happens, this first name is going to come up as Ozil, because that's what he's known for. You want to tell me that he couldn't play last night and make us look a little bit better? Like, everybody's going to say that every single game that's going to come up until he leaves in March or January or whatever he leaves. This is going to happen every single time. Why put your manager in this position? It's all about money. And that's what Alfie is saying. We're losing the value of the club. I back Arteta 100%. I think he's doing a good job. We were a bad team defensively, and now we're better defensively. But now we got to get the balance right so we can attack also. You know, we still working on the whole structure of the team. We have to do better. You have to set the team up better. This chopping and changing, I did not like it on the Emery, and that's because it's not because it's Arteta. Now I'm going to act like I like it. I do not like it. When Emery was here, I complained about that every single week. You can chop and change from Premier League to the Europa League, because Wenger used to do it. He picked two different starting level, whatever. You can do whatever you want in the Europa League. When it comes to the Premier League, we are Arsenal. You have a style of play. You go up against the best. You play against the best. What we're going to do tomorrow? We've been playing the back four for a couple of games now. What we're going to do against Leicester tomorrow? We're going to revert back to a back five and sit in our shell and try and hit them on the counter attack. That's not Arsenal football. Well, not when you're playing against Leicester City. I can understand when you're playing against Liverpool and understand when you're playing against Manchester City. But no other team in the Premier League should be trying to make up a game plan. No one is coming to Arsenal saying, oh, we need to play five at the back because Arsenal got Aubameyang up front. So we need to. No one respect us. So why are we respecting all these teams? You know, you have to change that. We might lose some games, we might win some, but at the same time, we losing anyway. We still going to Manchester City and losing by parking the bus because we can't score. We going to Liverpool and we still getting beaten 3-1 because we can't score. So what's the sense? We might as well go for it. I watched Manchester City yesterday against Porto, and Porto went for it against them yesterday and could have easily won that game. And I'm sitting there like, This is a Porto team. Why are Arsenal with Aubameyang up front? I see Leicester go to Manchester City and put 5 past him. As a manager, you should be rubbing your hands together like, okay, let's go there and try and get something. We did not do that. And I'm disappointed in Arteta for that. So I'm not going to give him a pass on this whole situation. It's his fault too, just as much as the players are not performing. But you have to put him in position to be great. You got to put Pepe in position to be great. He keeps putting them. Pepe don't play for 3 or 4 games, and then he come back and he put him against Manchester City to play. It doesn't make sense. You put him against the hardest team to play. When he had all these other games, you could have put him in. You're giving him 15 minutes, 20 minutes. We keep playing Willian out of position. We keep chopping and changing this team. The Manchester City game was all on Arteta. I don't care what anyone say about any player. Everything was on him. You can blame Leno all you want for pushing the ball away. That was on him. He put Willian in that false 9 position or whatever that was called. I don't even know what that was called. William probably touched the ball 10 times the whole time he was on the field. Lacazette could have did that. Nketiah could have did that. If you put Leno up front to play the false 9 position, he could have did that. That's how ineffective he was in that false 9 position. So that's on the manager. I do not want to see him go. I do not like the talk of him going, but he has to start taking some blame. We have to start playing Arsenal football and stop showing all this respect to all these things, man. It's so frustrating.
Yeah. Before I go to Larry, there's been some talk about with the Mesut Ozil situation. There's something behind the scenes. Maybe it's political. Alfie, if the board actually came out and told the fan base, well, actually, it's not for footballing reason, it's for this reason. Do you think the fan base could unify if they came out and said to you, this is what's really going on?
It's too late. It's just too late.
Too late.
Yeah, they should have done that ages ago. I mean, when Arteta came to Arsenal, he played 10 games in a row. He didn't miss any single game. And it was not the same Ozil, but he performed like a regular player. So I don't see why. I just don't understand it. Where as soon as they fired those 50 people, as soon as they came to the players and said, hey, you have to reduce your salary by 30%. And he said, why? I'm not going to do that if you don't tell me the real reasons why we need to do that. They said, okay, so you're going to be left out of the team. As simple as that is the explanation for that. Because Arteta played with all. I mean, are you telling me that El Neni is playing for Arsenal and Mesut Ozil is not? It's ridiculous. So, yeah, I don't understand it.
Okay. Larry, are you hearing us nice and clear?
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm okay now. Everything is fine.
Okay. We've just been talking about, I think when you went off, I was asking you about, does Arteta know his best 11? You were giving me your explanation. We've since been speaking about Mesut Ozil and the situation there. We've spoken so many times about Mesut Ozil. Do you want to give your comments about the situation?
Yeah. I love to. You know, I love to. The chairman of the board. I love to. You see, let's take it one by one. Like I told you in the first time, Arteta is surprising to me that as at this time he doesn't know his first 11, because if he knows his first 11, he won't be playing Nketiah on the left when Maitland is on the bench. Tierney is on the bench. Why play
Reece Nelson too?
And Reece Nelson is on the bench. Why if he had wanted to even try Locks, you understand, on the left side, it should be Pepe. Like I said, Pepe is a natural left footer. Play him there, whether it will be useful. Why taking someone who is a natural number 9 and put him on the left? What leg will he use? How will he play it? You understand? Then another one is playing William as a false 9. William is a winger on the right. Or the best thing he can do in the middle is let him play in the as a creative midfielder if he can do it. Why play William as a false number 9? He has never done that, even while he was in Chelsea. You see, Arteta is just playing draft with Arsenal players. And to me, it seems as if he's just using the players to learn more on the job. And then coming back to Ozil, You know, let's look at it this way. First, when Arteta came in December, Ozil played 10 straight matches. Then all of a sudden, when the issue of pay cut comes, and also when they granted him the interview, then he is no longer fit into Arteta's match, style of play. So what happened in the last 10 games that he played and Arteta was winning? You understand what happened? Like I was saying, well, I don't know. I told you when we started this topic of Ozil that there is something deeper. There's something deep that they don't want to tell us. Look at Arteta taking responsibility in his last interview. You understand, taking that it was his fault. All this while, he didn't know that it was his fault. Why didn't he tell us that it was his fault? He was just taking responsibility, one, on the part of the board, so that there is something they are hiding and they don't want anybody to know about it. So he's trying to take responsibility that it's his fault to secure his job and to hide the revelation that should follow. You understand? And also to use it to remove pressure from the board, and also to have something to convince the fans. There's something that they're not telling us about Ozil. There's something they're not telling us, and the better they tell us, and Ozil knows. That's why he's doing all those things he was doing, sending those tweets, doing all this PR machine thing. He knows. You understand? There's something in between that they are not telling us. I don't agree with what Arteta said, that it's his fault. No, there's something. There is highly political, and also it's also a footballism. The footballism, well, we know that Ozil is a kind of lazy player, but I still maintain the fact that if Joe William can be in a team, you understand, there's no way you tell me Joe William will contribute better than Ozil in that team. As we speak, Ozil is not that bad. All this talk that football has evolved, yes, this and that, yes, but I still believe if you can make good out of El Neni, you can make good out of Xhaka, you can make good out of other players. Why can't he make good out of Ozil? Like I said last time, it's a matter of telling him, this is what I want you to do. I want you to stay here, do this, do this, do this. You understand? I don't understand Arteta sometimes.
So Larry, I'll ask a question to Chairman and Alfie. If the board were to come out tomorrow and say to you, Larry, these are the reasons why we have chosen not to include Mesut Ozil in the squads, would that make you happy?
It's too late, man.
It's too late.
It's too late.
Yeah.
They've taken us all for idiots. At that point, exactly. it's like disrespecting the fans, because you've lied to us. They will not come out and do that, because now the trust is going to be. We already don't trust the board from the jump, and now it's going to be gone. It just doesn't make sense. If you can put injured players in the squad, you have players like Mustafi who has been injured. You have players like Marie who's not fit to play, is not ready to play. He will be, but I mean, January is in 2 months. You know, players are not fit until that time that we have here. You have players, it just doesn't make sense whatsoever. And it keeps, Arteta keep taking the blame. It just strikes me as something that Wenger been doing with this board, and I don't want us to go back to that position. Wenger used to do this and cover up for him all the time, and Arteta is just striking me now as another yes man. We don't need another yes man at Arsenal. Yeah, he's Mr. Arsenal, and we all like him. We all want him to be a success, but you cannot be a yes man to this board, because at the end of the day, you're going to get the same treatment that Wenger gets. And if you think that you are some respected club legend, Arsene Wenger was here for 20 years. 80% of the fan base turned on him at the end. It will happen to you too. It will happen. Okay, don't think you're better than that. People turned on Arsene Wenger. Most of them loved him. Most of them loved him. But when it comes to the lies and the constant lies, and we our club is making money and we're taking the money and doing other stuff. We're not investing in the team. But he will come he come and talk to us as fans, and he's like, we have the money, we just can't find the players. We're looking in the transfer market, we just can't find the players. No, they're not giving you the money to find the players. Because when they give you the money, you go out there and you get the players. You get Aubameyang. You went out there, you got Lacazette, because they gave you the money to go get those players.
They wasn't giving Wenger the money. But he would not come out and say that because he's protecting the board. He's trying to protect his job for some reason. Like you cannot be a yes man to these people. And that's what is striking me as a yes man. I just seen Aubameyang posted this morning. I don't know if you guys saw that. He posted a message about what's going on in Africa. With his African flag on his back, and he posted a message about what's going on in Africa, and it's a similar thing to what Ozil did about what went on in China. Now people are saying, let's see what the club do to Aubameyang, because people are saying be careful because the same reason you did something political in Ozil, but I guess Africa is not China. You see what I'm saying? All the money is in China. Africa is not quite China when it comes to sponsorship, so they're going to turn a blind eye to that because it's Africa, but they're not going to turn a blind eye to China because that's where all the money is at. You see what I'm saying? So now you're playing with something that's bigger than Ozil, something that's bigger than Arsenal. And fans are not stupid. Don't come up here and try to act like we are stupid. We can all see what's going on. But for him to come up here and he's lying, he's losing respect of fans and the younger fans, us fans, we've been here for a while. But you have a younger generation who are attached to players. All fans are not like us. Some fans are really attached to players. They really love players. You have some players at this club that fans really follow this club because of. It happens. There's a certain amount of players in world football that have that pull. You have Ozil, you have players like Messi, you have players like Ronaldo. Some fans follow these clubs because of these players, and that's it. That's the only reason why they do it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have these fans going to come in, day out, and they're going to always complain about that. So you just have to be real with the fans. And I want to get over it. I want it to be done, but the club is not helping the situation because it's too late for them to even do nothing. Because they don't lie to the fans now. What you going to come out and say? This is the reason, and Arteta was lying. Nobody's going to ever trust him anymore. It's just a burning barrel from now on. So just leave him where he's at. We just have to ignore the situation. Let's try not to talk about it too much. But guess what? There's no Ozil, but it's going to come up every week because every week that we don't score a goal or create a goal or recreate one of those goals that we scored against Leicester at home last year, the same thing is going to come up. Why is Ozil not playing? Ozil would have did this. He would have did that. It's going to keep coming up.
Well, it's funny because Mesut Ozil wasn't supposed to be on a topic this evening, but
it wasn't. But that's the thing. That's the thing. It's always going to happen.
You can't run away from it, man. You can't run away from it, man. It has to come up. It has to come up all the time. Because for me, now at least Ozil will have at least added something in that creativity position. Now we don't have. We are lacking serious creativity, and we have creativity problem. Even if, like I said last time, I said if we have to manage him for the last year of his contract, at least let him put something. The problem everybody is talking about is that he does not come back to help. He does not come back to help. Well, that's his weaknesses. That's his weakness, and then we have to take it like that instead of not having a single creativity. Then we could manage him. We could manage him for some time for the last year of his contract, and then at least he will put his. It does not mean that he will have a bad game every time. He will have good games, and when he knows that he's been criticized, I've seen that he used to perform a bit better. So I don't know. Now we left him. Even Mustafi that is injured, that is not useful for now. We left him. I mean, we included him. We left Ozil, who is our top earner, our number 10. Yes, if he cannot go back, we should, like I said, we should always ask party to support him. We will not okay. We are playing with 10.5 men, but at least let him do some creativity in the middle. Now we are lacking it, and now we are juggling between William, Ceballos, and sometimes you put Elneny to be doing creativity work. Then you put William as a false nine. There's serious confusion, and I don't think. Look at the game against Liverpool. Why would Arteta bench Gabriel? Why would he bench Gabriel? Now we are playing against Man City. You cannot even give Partey, who is a world-class defender. I am sure Partey will have come into that
8 minutes he gave him on the field. 8
you understand?
minutes.
Can you give somebody, a world-class defender, 8 minutes, and you know we are losing? So I don't trust the process anymore. The process is confused.
Oh my goodness. Oh, 7 games in. Oh, my days. Listen, let me go into the live chat because the live chat
Please,
is kind of lit up.
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I like Arteta. I'm not saying that Arteta out. I'm not in support of Arteta out. We should give him time, but he should live up to expectation. Let us see progress. Now we are seeing confusion. You don't even have a team. We don't have a pattern. We don't have a style of play. And this is 11th month. No, Alex.
But
There should be consistency.
Larry, listen. In regards to Arteta, which other club did he manage before Arsenal? He's never managed in his life.
We are saying the same thing.
Sorry, go on.
Yes, I know, Alex, I know. You see, you can take it like this. Let us have, if you are going to start from defense, let us have who are my players in the defense. Not today you play this, tomorrow you bench this, tomorrow you play this, tomorrow you play that. We go to the midfield. You understand? Let us know his players. Are you getting me? You can start gradually. I am not talking about results. I'm talking about him building a team. By now, he should know his team. He doesn't even know his team. How can you play Ketia on the left? And you are telling me you are a coach. You understand? I'm not supporting that he should be sacked. I'm not saying. But now, to me, it seems as if there's no consistency. We've never had a set of players playing 2 games. No, it's affecting us. Then you switch positions for the ones that are available. No, at least let us know. By now, you should know that, okay, Pepe is good for this place. Gabriel is good here. Okay, Mr. Rice can play here. You should know by now. At least 3 or 4 or 5 players, there should be constants.
Okay. I have to go to the live chat because there's so many messages in the live chat. I'm sorry, Larry. And that's only the first topic. We've still got 2 more to go. Ah, dearie me. I blame Alfie for that. Anyway, got David, who's the moderator, who says, hello and welcome to Cannon Foy TV. We're really happy you're here with us. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and thank you, Goonalicious fans. And I've got to tell you what, Mube is always supporting the cause, man. He's got his Cannon Foy TV merchandise there on the hat there. Nice one. Always supporting the cause. Yeah, all right, okay. With Mube, yeah, all right, okay, all right. Thank you, Mube. You're going too far now, man. Ashley D says, hey up, power to the Gooners. My other moderator, Monty, says, hi, Alex, and hi to the Cannon for that family. Let's get into some serious comments here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Oh, we've got Jonathan. Hey, regards from Colombia. We need Leno speaking more in order to avoid more defensive mistakes. They need more communication. We need a stronger defense against the nightmare Vardy. Listen, Jonathan, I'll get to that in a moment. Give me a few seconds and I'll get to that in one moment. It was difficult. It was a difficult game. Actually, Mube, do you have a man of the match for yesterday?
Oh, it got to be Partey. I mean, it's not either Partey or Gabriel. Gabriel got to get his big ups too, man, because he's been putting in 8 out of 10 performance every game he's played this season. So he got to give him that. But Partey, man, he ran that midfield by himself, and 8 minutes against Manchester City is pissing me off every time I think about it. But it is what it is. That's what we bought him for. We bought him to change his team. And let's hope he's not on the bench coming Sunday. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, don't even say that, man. Alfie, for you, who was your man of the match?
I have 2. Partey, because of exactly what Mobile was saying. He's ready. He was on fire. He looked like, I'm going to run for this shirt. And that's something that we like watching in a player. And 2, Mohamed El Neni, because he played that pass that we've been waiting for ages. I don't care who's the player, but if you're in an Arsenal shirt, that's the passes that we want to see. Those are the passes that we say, okay, here's the line, go with the killer pass. That's it.
That's my man.
Yeah, big up El Nino. Big up El Nino.
Now you're saying El Neni. All right.
Hey,
Okay.
and later, my guy, he's my guy, man. But you know, hey, parte, my guy, El Nino. Big up El Nino, man. I gotta give him credit. That's true. That's true.
Larry, who was your man of the match yesterday?
You see, I for different reasons, I can give it to three of them. I tell you, one, I give it to Partey. Partey is my first one because he walked into the team. This is his first 90 minutes, and he controlled the midfield as if he has been playing with Arsenal for long. Are you getting me? He dominated the midfield. Then I can also give it to El Neni. Big up to El Neni because there seems to be an understanding between him and Partey. I watched it. I saw it. The combination is too sweet and they are too cohesive. You understand? And I can see the understanding is really gel between the two of them. Are you getting me? And I can also try Gabriel because Gabriel too tried, but I gave it to Partey.
Okay, all right. Just before we go back into the live chat, Mube, who would be your preferred midfield?
I know Alfie hate Shaka and he,
I don't.
Look. It's just for now. After what we've seen from El Nene, is a big shout for him to be a part of the midfield. We cannot count him on at this point. You know, he's playing well. He's doing what the manager wanted him to do. So we have to give him the big ups too. I want to see Partey in the midfield. I want to see somebody else in the midfield. But I want to play with the midfield three. So there's another player that has to come in there. And it's a toss-up between Xhaka and El Nene. I think that Arteta will play Xhaka because we do like playing Xhaka. Yeah. That's his favorite player. Yeah. So from what I think he's going to start Xhaka regardless. So I would say Xhaka, Partey, and Ceballos. I think we can get away with that midfield. And then we can have an El Nene come in and still do a job for us from game to game. We can blend around those players. But those three, we have to play our best player. Ceballos is one of the best retainers of the ball. He can get the ball from position. He can keep the ball like a Carzola used to do for us. And Partey is that dominant midfielder. Get someone else behind him, man. That's my midfield three.
Okay. And for you, Alfie, your midfield?
We have to find consistency. So we have to look for, Xhaka, Partey, Ceballos. That's what it is. Those three, going forward, play them as much as possible, just to seek that consistency.
Okay. And Larry, for you, your midfield?
For me, it's Partey, Neni, and Ceballos. We need to have more steel in that DM. You understand? Partey and Neni seems to have struck a companionship and understanding. And then Ceballos in front of them do some sort of movement, a link between the defense and also into the attack. And since he can dribble and also do some creativity and also hold the ball, let him also be a link between the defense and the attack. So I would like Partey and Neni to pair, then Ceballos in front of them. Xhaka for me can be coming in to replace Neni or whatever. He's a squad player now.
Okay. Guys, I do apologize. I mean, the live chat is just completely full of comments. If I was to read all of them, we'll be here for the next 2 hours. So I'll just try and pick one or two more, and then we'll go back and talk about the second topic. We've got one here from Ashley D, who says it was a difficult game because we made it difficult sitting back in our own half yet again. And what worries me about Arteta is that he seems to give the top four teams too much respect. Man City, Liverpool, too much respect. So is this a pattern we're going to see a lot more from Mikel Arteta?
Got to change. It's got to change. I said it earlier. We're going to see this Sunday coming up. We're playing Leicester City. Okay, we're not playing Liverpool. We're not playing Manchester City, Manchester United. We're playing Leicester City. I don't care if they have Vardy. I don't care if they finished above us last year or not. We're playing Leicester City. I don't want to see none of the sit back. I don't want to see no five at the back. I don't want to see none of that coming this Sunday. Get some players on the team. Let's get a consistent 11, and let's go win some football game and be excited. I don't care if we win 3-1 or win 2-1 or win 1-0. You can still win a game 1-0 and still play excited football. We can keep the ball. We don't have to sit there on our line and trying to hit Aubameyang every single pass. We're not even playing him in. He's just making runs for no reason at this point.
Yeah.
So it's like, why not just let's get back to playing? So he can do it. We're seeing him done it in patches. We're seeing us play good games. It's just a respect thing. We got to get rid of that respect, man. We got to go out here and let's go get these points.
Here. The assembled says the culprit is Kroenke. He invests, but the timing of the investments, everything is time to counter-react what the manager is trying to do. Your thoughts, anyone? Alfie?
Apparently he hasn't invested a penny since he came to Arsenal. Apparently it was the self-sustainability of the team that was making the profit, and with that profit we started to buy players. That was something that Mouvet was saying, that basically Arsene Wenger always came out to say, oh, we have to be self-sustainable. But what he was really trying to say is, like, they are not giving me money. And it's time, but we spent 70 million on Pepe. I don't know if it's worth it. We're still waiting for him to blossom. So it's sad. I was talking just to one of my friends and I was asking, are we playing better now or with Emery? And I don't see like a big improvement. I just don't see it. I think we're playing as bad. So I don't care if we lose 4-0 to Man City or 1-0. We need to try to score against those teams because we are comfortable. And I'd rather lose a game 3-2 than 1-0 not even trying.
Wow. Okay. Go back into the live chat. Augustine says, Arsenal losing values is a baseless narrative. Arsenal had values. Wait 1 second. Arsenal had values, different board, new values. Alfie.
Which ones?
Not both of them.
Yes, which ones? Let me know. Send me an email.
Oh, dearie me. All right.
Because it is the value of money? Yes.
Augustine goes on to say that I'm sorry to say that, but Wenger told Ian Wright he doesn't need him. He left in peace. Okay, wow. Ozil should have left, but he refused. He refused to start negotiations to terminate his contract to Larry.
Ozil topic again. Listen, Alex, it's as simple as this. Ozil, there is something in between Ozil and the board, and Arteta is just the culprit. Arteta is in the middle. There is something between Ozil and the board. So it's as simple as that. And those things we don't have the knowledge of. It's not open to us. So Arteta is just in the middle, and that is why he's trying to take the blame.
Okay. And just to state facts on that exactly. Question. You don't need negotiation to terminate a contract. If they want to get rid of Ozil, they pay him and he has to go. That's it. There's no negotiation.
Mutual agreement. You go by mutual agreement. Everybody goes their ways.
No negotiation is needed.
Looking forward to Ozil's book, so we can have an entertaining story to share.
Creative. Arteta says Arteta must go now. His vision is dark. Not able to understand that the team lacks creativity, then I'm sorry, he must go.
No. It's not as if he knows that the team lacks creativity. He knows, and that was why he was shouting he wanted Osem Awa. You understand? He knows. So I don't support that he should go. We should give him time. But my altercation with him is that why is it that he does not have at least 5 or 6 players constantly to know, okay, this man is supposed to be here. Why still digging darling and still trying from everywhere, every spot, playing this one here, playing this one there. The next week is playing. We never had a consistent team since he took over.
Okay, all right. Listen, I can't go back into the live chat because, like I said, we'll be here for the next 2-3 hours. There's just so many. I do apologize for everyone in the live chat, but we're going to go into the second topic, and if I have some time, I'll go back into the live chat. The second topic, Mube Guna, the fault of Leno.
I go last.
Leno
I go last on the. You hear everybody? I go last on
No,
this.
I want you to go first.
You want me to go first? You know what?
Listen. Before I let you you have your say, I want to make this very, very clear at the beginning. Very, very clear. It's nothing about scapegoating players. We're just targeting players. When players have a good game, we say they have a good game. But when they have a bad game, it's only right that we criticize and actually say what happened. So I'm not targeting your guy, Leno Mube. Okay, it's just one of those things. He made a mistake, and we're going to talk about it. But however, I want to go to Alfie. Alfie, your thoughts?
I don't know. This is what happened. Players can make mistakes, but I think the mistake is highlighted when you're the goalkeeper.
When you're number one. I am number one. I will be number one.
And he will be number one because I think the responsibility is not only his though, because it's the system that playing from the back is just strange because those guys are not comfortable doing it and you can see them. But I don't blame him. I think any Arsenal keeper at any point have made those kind of mistakes, and it could have been done by anyone. I trust Leno with his feet more than I did with Czech, for example, because he was awful. And yeah, I think it's gonna happen, but I don't think too much about it next. He's a good keeper. I don't think he's gonna be struggling in the back. I don't think he's like Almunia that have nerve problems. No, it's just I made a mistake. Let's go. That's it.
Okay. All right. Who made a mistake in the Man City game?
Arteta.
Larry, your thoughts on Leno? Mube, don't worry, I'll get to you. Larry.
You know, like Isaac said in the afternoon, Arsenal fans are the most emotional fans in the world. When the player made a mistake, today they want to cut his head. It was the same Leno they were calling Flying Leno. You remember the ball he parried by flying that he saved that he saved, was it against which team were we playing then? That he said he has to fly and save the ball. We called him Flying Leno. Everybody was saying, it's number one, is good. Now, because he made an error and we want to kill him. No one is perfect. And football, especially goalkeeping, is a game of nerves. It's a game of reflection. Sometimes you know what you are thinking will happen is not what will happen in a game of football. So there's bound to be errors. We need to encourage him, not to just want to kill him. But when a fan will be a fan, Arsenal fans are very emotional and they always want to win. They want every player to do well. Well, what can I want to say? So, but my advice is that whenever a player made an error, we don't have to kill him because the same Leno we call Flying Leno is one that everybody is banking on to. They want to remove his head for doing that mistake. I don't get it.
Yeah, and also I did see as well that he's received some death threats again. I mean, for me, it's just ridiculous.
It's
It's only a
ridiculous.
game of it's only a game of football. Pardon?
Exactly. That is why it's called a game. That is why it's called a game. Okay. So the same team that Arsenal could not beat, Aston Villa give them seven goals past them, and we have the same best defender in the world, and one of the ball hit him and enter the net. Are you going to kill him? No. Are you going to sack the coach? No. Sometimes the best team had bad days. We saw days that Messi play below par. We saw games that Ronaldo play below par, and Mbappe play below par. So it's a game of football and it's a game of nerves. So we should please take it easy with Leno.
Okay. Chairman of the board.
Let me unmute my mic. And this might take a little bit. It might take a little bit. Now, but let me get this out of the way first. The people that's hating on Leno is the people that wanted Martinez to stay at this club. Okay, that's pretty much what it is. Okay. Now, when Leno got injured away to Brighton, right? Martinez came in the goal. We were winning 1-0. He got beat by easy goal. The first goal, very easy at his near post. He got beaten at his near post. Very, very easy goal. Okay, he got beat, but nobody would talk about that. Okay. When we played Liverpool at home, when we beat them 2-1, the same mistake that Leno made yesterday. Did you guys remember Martinez making that same mistake when he kicked the ball on Firmino's leg in the 18-yard box and it run right past our goalpost? Didn't anybody remember that? No one remember that. I was watching him the other day for Aston Villa. He conceded a goal. He was saved by VAR. He literally dropped the ball in the 6-yard box and they scored. He was saved.
It a goal? It wasn't a goal.
But listen, but that's the thing. But listen, what I'm saying listen what I'm saying though. People are picking out every simple little thing that Leno do and say, oh, Martinez wouldn't do that. Martinez wouldn't do this. Martinez wouldn't do that. Martinez is not an Arsenal player anymore. I do not care about Martinez. I do not care. He's gone, okay? Leno is a good goal. People acting like Leno is Kepa or Leno is Almunia, like my guy just said. Leno, for the last 2 seasons, this has been a goalkeeper that's been our goalkeeper. It's been one of our 2 best players. Only player that's been better for Arsenal for the last 2 seasons is Aubameyang. No question asked. He's been saving us for the last 2 seasons. He got injured, just came back this season. This is his 6th game back from a long-term injury that he suffered. He missed a lot of football. Remember, he missed the last couple of games. Then he got injured. Then they came back, all that break for the coronavirus stuff. He hasn't played football in a while. So yes, he made a couple mistakes. The goal against Manchester City. Okay. Everybody talking about Leno is the reason for that goal. No, Bellerin is the reason why we conceded that goal. Okay, then it was Leno that pushed the ball out. Bellerin got turned in the 6-yard box, and the guy strikes the ball at goal. It's literally 6 yards out. He got a hand to it. It could have went anywhere. It could have went in the goal, but it happens to parry out to another player. Tough luck. Goalkeepers have to deal with that sometimes. The goal started from our midfield got cut open very easily. The ball got played over to Foden. Bellerin got turned easily inside the 18-yard box, very easily. The player got on his right foot, make a strike at goal. Leno saved it. It dropped to Sterling. We can't just blame Leno for that mistake. He's been the game last night. He made 3 crucial mistakes, and after that first mistake, then it was downhill from there. I was worried for him. And this is what I have a problem with, because now he's our goalkeeper. And every single time he make a mistake, you have fans. These fans are supposed to be fans turning on him. And now you have this, it's in this player head now. Us as fans are ruining our own players. We're ruining our own players. Because instead of encouraging him, every time he make a mistake, the first thing is jump online and talk about, well, Martinez this, Martinez that. There's some stuff I want to say about I really don't care about Martinez. Martinez is not an Arsenal player anymore. He played 10 games for Arsenal. People acting like he's some kind of the next coming since Jens Lehmann or something. He's not.
He was a backup goalkeeper for a reason. He's at Villa. I do not care about him. This is our #1 goalkeeper. If you want to give Runnison a chance, then talk about Runnison. Give Alex Runnison a chance over Leno. I don't want to hear about Martinez. We got to support our players. It goes from player to player. Ozil is out. Ozil is out the team now. Every time Ozil play and he doesn't show up, guess what they say? Ozil disappear. When William play, people was on him the other day. William, Chelsea reject. We got him. He's gonna go from players to players. How long before we start turning on Saka for not showing up in games? What if he go to a bad run of form? I see people talking about Aubameyang not putting in the effort because he didn't score in 3 games. He didn't score in 3 games, and people are already turning on him, say he's not putting in the effort since he signed his contract. What kind of fans are we if we can't support our players through bad time? Leno is not playing well. He's my guy. He's not playing well. And when he make mistake, you can criticize the mistake, but you don't just forget all the good stuff he did and act like he's some kind of bum goalkeeper. People talking about we need a better goalkeeper. A goalkeeper will come in. He's still gonna make mistakes. I seen the City goalkeeper. You see what he did the other day when City played Leeds? You see what he did the other day against Leeds? He's one of the best goalkeepers in the league. You see what Alisson did against us in the league the other day when we played him at home? Alisson gave away 2 goals, and we won that game. It's what happened with goalkeeper. Not because we sold Martinez for $20 million does not make Leno the worst goalkeeper in the Premier League. And that's all I'm going to say on that. I'm not going to go back and forth with people on we should have kept Martinez. Martinez is gone. So get over it. Deal with it.
Yeah, it's super simple.
Alex, you see, there's one thing I want Arsenal fans to know. It is high time we remove this issue of Martinez from our mindset. You understand? Because before Martinez, that injury and Martinez came on, nobody sees Leno as somebody who's not a good goalkeeper. Everybody sees him as a brilliant goalkeeper. Even does it mean before then he has not made any errors? He has made some errors. It is bound to happen. We are human beings, for God's sake. We are human beings, for Christ's sake. They should leave, Arsenal fans should leave Leno alone. Maybe he has a personal problem. You know, the way we criticize can make, like a chairman of the board said, the way we criticize players can make them to fail. The way we criticize Shaka, that was what made him to misbehave last season. You know, when a player make mistake, we need to encourage him, pat him on his back, say, okay, you can talk a little bit, at least let him know what he did is wrong, and then you leave him. We should stop comparing Leno with Martinez. Martinez is gone. Martinez was in Arsenal for 10 years or 12 or 11 years. What has he done? He was there for 11 years before Leno came. After all, Peter Cech was our #1 before Leno came. Peter Cech got injured, and Leno took over, and that was how he took the position from Peter Cech. So it happens like that. I remember in the World Cup 1990, the main goalkeeper, Pompido, that Argentina brought, got injured against Cameroon in his first 15 minutes. Then Goicoechea came in, and he became a star man of the tournament, the best goalkeeper of that tournament. You see, it's just chances. Yes, Martinez had his chance, and he has got his reward. So it's high time we stop comparing Leno with Martinez. We should always value what we have. You know, sometimes we Arsenal fans we used to cause problems for the players too. Because when he remembers, if I do this mistake, they're going to kill me. Then how do you want him to perform? Now we've got Leicester game. How is he going to be 100% psychologically fit right now when you receive a death threat? It's not good at all.
All I can say for the rest of this season, every goal that Villa concede, I would be on Twitter about it. People can talk all they want now, but I'm rooting for Martinez to fail. I'm saying it right now. You fans that love him so much make me do not like this guy anymore. He does not play for Arsenal. I don't have to like him. He's not an Arsenal player. He was. I respect what he did.
Yeah, it's super simple. We have won games because of Leno. We haven't lost many games because of Leno. I think he has saved us a lot If you put a regular goalkeeper behind that back four that we had 2 years ago, we would have been beaten by many, many goals. So yeah, you cannot blame Leno because he's a saver and not like you know, he's a good player to be there. He has won us games, not the opposite.
Let me go into the live chat. Yeah, again, it's just been so many, so I'll just try and pick and choose this one out. So I do apologise to everyone who's taken the time to come into the live chat. Connie Young says, how do you fellas feel given this team a starting 11 consistently would change all the issues we've seen thus far? So if you play the same 11 for all the games in the Premier League, do you think it would solve all the problems there, Ube?
Not same 11, but you want to have at least 8 players that you know are going to play on a week in, week out basis. I'm not saying that same. I'm not saying same 11, but your back four have to stay intact. We know that you don't win. You don't win the Premier League or win anything with an inconsistent back four. The spiny team has to remain the same. Your midfield pairing, your back two, your wing backs. You can change wing backs one every now and again, but you have to have at least 8 players in this team that you know are going to start. We're not only changing players, but we're changing formation every single game. We do not know. I still don't know what formation we're playing. You see 8 players on the left side of the field and there's 2 on the other side. That's literally what we're doing. So I don't know what's going on.
It's true.
Oh, dearie me. Amit says, Alex, look at how Zidane dealt with Bale and paid him off to leave the club. Why can't we do the same?
Yeah, he's no example because he did the same with James and look what happened. So one was successful and the other one wasn't. So every time that James scores in Spain, they're saying, we told you that he was good.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. That's true, actually. Yeah. Okay, do this one. Tori Hakim says, hello, my brother Alex. How are you doing, bro? I'm doing quite well. I have said it before that Arteta has not said his problem with Ozil. I can remember when Arteta was a player, he was one of the worst players we had then.
He wasn't one of the worst players. He wasn't one of the worst players. He was a good midfielder, but the problem
he wasn't one of the best either.
I was gonna say
he wasn't one of the best. He was. You see, Arteta played his best time in Everton.
Yeah,
that was when he played his best time. You know, we bought him from Panic Market. We bought him for it was a panic buying for us, but it wasn't great and it wasn't bad. He was average player who was keeping to his position, and luckily he got to be a captain and he kept to it until he got injured for a very long time. And remember, in his last game, he scored a goal. So it wasn't that worse, it wasn't that bad, and it wasn't that good. It was an average player then.
Go on, Mube. You want to say something?
Listen, I'm not trying to get nobody on my back about Art. Listen, he was okay. He wasn't the worst. Come on, man. We've been through some bad players. He was a decent midfielder. He came in and stabilized that team. You remember that team we had before he came? He came in with Murta Saka, Andre Santos, and a couple more panic buys he came and pretty much saved our season that season. So he literally did. Our midfield was that dire. Well, we didn't have no players. You know, he was when he was here, at that point, he was one of our best midfielders when we signed him. We was all happy that he signed for the club. So I'm not going to say he was injured a lot. I'm not going to say he was one of our best midfielders, but I don't think he was the worst one that we had. I can name a few.
Definitely. And let's not compare the player to the manager because I don't know. Maradona is the best player in the world. Some people say, but as a manager, he's horrendous. And the opposite happens. Pep Guardiola was an average player, and he's a good, decent manager. Yeah, two different things.
Trace Linton says, I have a question. If we don't get top 4 on Champions League, what next for the team or the coach? Should we wait again, Larry?
This question is It's very tricky because I don't know how to answer this because this is up to the board. I'm an Arsenal fan. I cannot do anything. If he didn't get us what we want, the board may decide to sack him. But for me, by now I should be seeing consistency in the use of the players. But the way he's doing, if he continues, I might not be able to defend him if he's sacked. On my own view, you understand? So he must start showing consistency in the use of the players right now, so that we'll know he's serious. I know he's good tactically, but he's not putting the tactics to use by switching players. How can you play Nketiah on the left, for God's sake? How can you play William as a false nine? For a coach who came out under Pep Guardiola, I don't expect that from him.
Hey, listen, Pep is pretty bad when it comes to some games too. You see what Pep did in the Champions League semi-final against Leon the other day? I don't know what that was.
I know, Chairman. Like I said, nobody is 100% perfect. But at least I know, like Alex used to say, we should not play based on reputation. We should play based on current form. But how about the positioning? How can you play Nketiah on the left in the Europa Cup game? How against Man City? Against Man City, how do you play William as a first nine when we need to score goals? How do you bench Gabriel against Liverpool? How do you give Partey 8 minutes in a game that we need spine, and you have one of the best spine in the world sitting on the bench? You understand? So for me, he is not consistent with the use of players, with the formation, like a chairman said. We don't even know. We don't even know what's our formation. In the days of Arsene Wenger, we know it's either 4-4-2 or 4-3-3, and even Unai Emery is always 4-3-3. Arsene Wenger, we know we'll have possession, we'll have a champion football. We may not win, yes, but at least we know we can say this person is going to play. This person is what is going to. This is the kind of formation he's going to use. So please, Arteta should show consistency in his formation, and also by now he should have at least 5 or 6, 7 players that we know that are fit for this particular position.
Okay. Oh, he's cut off. There's a couple more. Augustine says Ozil was past his prime. Even when he played, we created nothing. Check the stats. Adesina says good evening, my people.
With these people, man. He almost break the assist record in the Premier League. And how can someone say something like that? I'd rather have broken leg Ozil than Willock or Nelson.
Adesina says, good evening, my good people. I think we shouldn't get involved in it anymore. Business, politics, and power is a deep issue that lets power cannot win. Listen, guys, let's get into the last topic, which is about some business in regards to the Premier League. We're playing Sunday, aren't we? It's not tomorrow. It's Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday from now on. No more Saturday game for us.
Yeah. Against Brendan Rodgers' Leicester City. Quick thoughts, Mube, on the game.
I think I said it, and I'm not going to go too long on this. I'm not looking forward to anything else than Arsenal playing Thomas Partey, playing a good midfield, and go for this game. I do not want to see this conservative Arsenal play against Leicester City at home. I don't care what no one want to say, okay? We're playing Leicester City. We're not playing Manchester City. We got the 2 hardest games out of the way. From here on in, and this is how I'm looking at from here on in the rest of the season, I'm looking for 3 points in every single game from here on in from the rest of the season. You know why? Because every game I go in, I expect us to be able to win. Away against Liverpool, you can look at it and say, yeah, we're probably going to lose that game. Manchester City, you probably can say the same thing. When we play Manchester United with Ole as their coach and Chelsea with Lampard or
Leicester City with Brendan Rock, we expect to get something out of this game. We're playing at home. I expect to win this game, but not just win. I don't want to see no back five. I don't want to see no sitting back and trying to hit them on the counter attack. None of that, man. Let's just go for the game. That's all I want to see. I don't want to see none of this conservative stuff, man. Stop tinkering with players. Play players in their best position. Bellerin is having a good time now. He went through a bad time. Start him. Tierney is one of the best left backs in the league. Play him at left back. We seem to find a center back pairing, which we never thought would happen with David Luiz in a two, but it seemed to be working with Gabriel. Play them. Partey looked good in the midfield. Find two players to put with him between Xhaka, El Nene, and Ceballos. Let's play three in the midfield. Let's play three up front. Let's go for the game. That's all I want to see. No more of this defending stuff and waiting. Let's go for the game.
Okay, Alfie, your thoughts?
Yeah, I want to see, as Mube was saying, 4-3-3. I don't want to see 5 at the back. I want to see an Arsenal that is playing good football, that is beautiful. I want us to be excited about this team, to be able to, to see those beautiful goals that make us scream at the television, that I don't remember the last time that I properly celebrated an Arsenal goal. So that's what I want to have back. I want to have the passion. I want to have a team that moves around, that moves the ball, that the other team has to be behind us, that it's not like we're losing the ball and we're super worried. I want a team that goes for it. And I want to see us winning comfortably for a while. Simple as.
Yeah, here to that. Mube, here's one for you in the live chat. It's come from Ashi D. I think Mube needs a quick swig from the bottle. Calm down, young man. This is what Arsenal does.
It's stressing me. It's stressing me.
Man.
It's stressing me, man. They talk about my goalkeepers. They talk about the managers. And boy, if you listen to some of the fans, you think we're Stoke City. If you listen, it seems like it that bad. But I'm not the one to calm down. Let's all just calm. All I want us to do is just to back our players. It's 6 games in. Arteta I think he's gonna get it right. We have to look. We haven't improved much offensively, but defensively we have improved a lot. So while we can sit here and criticize him for us not scoring goal like me and Alf have been doing since the show started, we have to look at the positive that he's brought into. We are more solid defensively, so he did fix that. Now it's time to take it up another notch. We got out of this game with Manchester City. Let's go with Leicester and let's play some offensive football while still being solid at the back. Let's get that right. We still want to concede.
Yeah. David says, I want Arsenal to come out fighting hard against Leicester. We must roar like lions on the field and start playing like a proper unit, sending fear into the opposition like Arsenal was born to do so. Here. Well done. Well said on that. Like we've just been saying as well.
I love that. Love that comment. Love it.
Yes.
Adesina says Arteta will deliver for us. He is sound and better than some young managers. Okay.
Hopefully.
What's that, Alfie?
Hopefully.
Yeah, it's still young, in his managerial career. Kennedy says we want to see attacking football back at Arsenal again and not parking the bus. Completely agree. I don't think our defense
we lack creativity in the middle. That's why.
I don't think our defense has improved because we sit back with 11 players in front of goal and still concede goals. Oh dear. Larry, quickly to you. Your thoughts for Sunday's match against Leicester City.
I don't have that confidence for now. I'm telling you, I'm not having that confidence for now. But I'm not having that confidence for now. I'm telling you, I don't know what to say. I can't stick my neck out because there's no consistency in our game, in our formation, and probably with the help of Partey and the combination of El Nene, we could stop James Maddison. James Maddison and what's the striker's name now?
Vardy.
Thank you, Vardy. So, but I'm not. I'm banking on Partey and the combination with El Nene.
Yeah, Vardy will score, but you either get a penalty or he will score.
Oh, but Partey is having the party.
And don't blame Leno when Vardy score. He did against everybody. Okay, don't blame.
Yeah.
I'm not totally in agreement that Vardy will score. Partey and El Nene, I am sure. I'm sure Partey will be dedicated. Partey will be dedicated to Maddison and Vardy. I'm sure of that.
Okay. My brother's just come in. Mube, Alfie, and Larry, good points raised. We must back our team. We are the 12th man. Oh, dear me. Listen, the show's come to an end, man. I got a bit of a headache.
3-1 to the Arsenal, by the way. I want to see goals. 3-1 to Arsenal. I want to see goals.
2-1 to Arsenal.
Excited 2-1. I don't care. Let my heart race for a little bit. I want to leave a game and feel tired. I just want to see.
And I want to see Aubameyang score again.
Yeah,
he will. He will.
To build his confidence, yes.
Yeah. We've come to an end. We've come to an end of the Easy Talk this Friday. There is no Easy Talk next week, Friday. I'm going to have a little break. I think I deserve a break. I've been going like nobody's business, man. God, dairy.
Hey, you didn't put in a request. Now you don't be taking breaks in the middle of the season. You save that for the summertime.
Chairman, I'll send you my email, my request for some annual leave, man. Guys, it's been a good one. It's been a very, very interesting one this evening. Again, Mesut Ozil always kind of creeps into the conversation some way, somehow. Thank you, Alfie. It wasn't on the topic. It wasn't supposed to be on the topic.
Always on the topic.
But no, it's been really good. Those of you who came into the live chat, I do apologize because I saw there were so many comments in the live chat, and I just couldn't catch up. But
we appreciate you guys rocking with us, man, for sure.
Yeah,
There you go. Thank you very much. Right there from the words from the chairman of the board and the cheeky chappy as well. God, dear me. I'm knackered. I'm tired. Anyway. So those of you who just tuned in, we're about to tune out. But if you're thinking whether you want to subscribe to Cannon 4 TV or not, subscribe to Cannon 4 TV so you can be part of the bigger community here on this wonderful channel. And I've got to tell you, it's always a pleasure to have the panels of guests every Friday. And I know during the week I've been trying to kind of build up the rapport with the morning crew, even though I haven't been doing live shows in the morning, so I'm back at work. But the evening shows is gathering momentum. But I've got to say, my favorite segment is the Easy Talk. I have like good old laugh with my friends here, even though I haven't met Mube, but I'm going to be coming over to New York, man.
Hey, let's go, man. You come to New York, we're riding. Don't come right now. The coronavirus high. Don't come right now. And before we go, I want to say big up to my guy that was on yesterday. It was Isaac, that's his name.
Isaac.
He talks a lot of sense. He's a level-headed fan. He's not all drunk up like me and talk crap. He's level-headed. He talks with good sense. Yesterday he was on. I was in the live chat, and I know you guys ignore my messages because I was raging, but it is what it is. So big up my guy Isaac. He was on yesterday, man. I enjoyed the show.
Yeah, well, this is why we have him on, because he talks sense. You know what I mean? But listen, Alfie. Again, I'm hoping maybe sometime next year we'll be traveling to Colombia to see my wife's family. But always a pleasure to have you guys on the East Talk. I'm not sure what happened to the Don. The Don's like just giving up. He's given up.
The Don got to go drop off that brown paper bag. You know what I
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
He's making that Don move. We had one of them Dons at Arsenal. He caused us to pay 72 million for Pepe. You know what I mean? That's why he ain't here no more.
Oh, dearie me. But listen, it's coming to an end. It's coming to an end now. But those of you, again, if you're thinking about subscribe, make sure you subscribe to Cannon Fodder TV. Hit the bell notification button so you can be part of the bigger community here on this wonderful channel, which is called Cannon Fodder TV. But yeah, it's been great. Alfie, take care, and we'll be in touch because I think is it this weekend or the following weekend you're going to give me your video? It's next weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, next is coming.
Next weekend. And Move, Blackfire.
All right, yeah, big up, man. Respect always for being on the show. Alfie, big yourself up also, man. We see you guys on the flip side.
Nice. And if by chance you've been wondering who you've been listening to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.